Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to Stay by Plan. If you'd like to advertise or partner with us, contact us at staybyplanpod@gmail.com. That is staybyplanpod@gmail.com. Thank you. Accra be hard, so stress for the yard, but we still go day streets, we for find some meats.
Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the girls, all the boys, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Just a stay by plan with Afi and Zuu. All the G's for Accra, shall we do for you? If you also want react, then that be cool. Hashtag stay by plan, shall we do for you?
Hi everyone, welcome back to Stay by Plan. As you can see, we are all sitting on the couch because Zuu just decided to be troublesome today.
I feel very disconnected from you guys when I'm sitting on the other seats.
No, but what is the reason? What is the
It's
reason?
like I miss you, man. Like I just want to be here.
Anyway, so when you guys see this video, let us know whether you prefer this or Zuu should just go back and sit where he always sits. And I also want to say thank you to Buka for having us.
Oh yeah, delicious food, man.
I'm sure if you want to see what happened, please check out our vlog on our YouTube. Yeah, the food was really good. Zuu had his vegan option, so that was great as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellis was just being Ellis. Yes. So yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you know, I'm chilling. I'm sitting next to
Your crush.
Who?
Zuu has a crush on me.
Oh, that's
told me,
it's
like-
not possible. It's not
He told me like
I beg you.
2 years ago.
I beg you in the name of the Lord.
Thank God you are here. I have some questions to ask you about the podcast actually. Wow, full circle, right? Don't worry.
Full circle. Yeah.
You dare say the
Don't worry.
follow us things.
Anyway,
please.
so yes. Oh, as always, guys, please remember to follow us on social media. At Stay by Plan Pod. If you want to give us money, just send us a DM or send us an email. staybyplanpod@gmail.com. And what else?
I want to talk about the fact that it's like you people are not buying the tote bags and the gibbets.
What's funny?
I literally have a gibbet on my Crocs right now.
Yeah, she bought one.
So,
She bought one.
God bless you so much. Thank you. Because
Yeah.
you guys, you know, these things, it
I
takes
do.
money. When we
Family.
come and record, it's transportation and all other kind of overhead costs. So please buy out. I'm actually begging you.
Yeah,
Like,
support-
I'm actually begging you to
support the
buy the tote
podcast.
bag. But like, it's really nice. You should see my photos on Instagram at Afi. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'm done.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your speech. So yeah, I've really forgotten the things I normally say. But
Yeah. There was this thing, the pay stack event. They had like a networking event.
On
I
Thursday.
wish you came.
I actually wanted to, but I thought it was Friday. So yeah,
So-
that's what
so I
happened.
wanted to
Yeah.
come.
But they sent me an email and I thought it
Don't
was
piss me off. I told Zuu about it. I sent Zuu the link that
She sent me the
register
link
for this
and
thing.
he said it was full. So I was like, okay, it means
No,
I'm
but
late.
you have to be
proactive.
assertive and proactive. Do you know? I went. People were literally registering on that day as well.
Nobody told me. I thought if you miss out
And
on
we were,
online.
I was there. People were asking me where is Zuu, as if we are twins. Meanwhile, he was just somewhere in his house out of disobedience.
Hey,
But if
Charlie,
it was full and you showed up, would they tell you to go back home?
you never know.
You should have just come. Anyway, it was a good one. I saw a couple of people there, and I met so many people who knew the podcast. And
Oh, shout out to you guys. Who know
my
the
brain
podcast.
always bursts when that happens. And also, please, when you see me standing at any bus stop, like maybe trying to take a church or something, just say hi. Because if you just look at me and you are looking at me and it's like you are looking at me like you know me, but you not say anything.
Guys, she's staying by plan. That's what you need
It's
to know.
awkward. You are putting me in a tough position. So if you see me and you know me like from Stay by Plan, just say, "Oh hi, I feel like Stay by Plan." And I'll say, "Yeah," and then we'll be happy to get in the church
Yeah.
because churches are very depressing.
Yeah.
You know, so like
Yeah.
help me to help you to help me.
Help. Yes. anyway, enough of that. Let me introduce our guests.
Yes, please.
I'm smiling like a guest pastor. Waiting for you to
I
start
want to
my
say
intro.
hi to Kwame Jane Phoebe. Let me say that I saw you at the event here. God bless you and thank you for saying hi.
Yeah, so
She
our
actually
guest.
sitting like a guest pastor.
She is, yeah.
Just do it all together.
Our guest's name is Suad. She's a professional, she makes skincare products.
If Zuu introduces you, he will just get you to trouble.
I don't want to go. Okay, she makes skincare products, right? Like oils and shit. But like that's the reason why I'm so fresh, guys. Like it's not me, it's her. This is the secrets behind
You
my
use Lustre
freshness.
Labs.
Yeah.
From day one.
That's
From
nice.
day one.
From day
From
one,
the
yeah.
minute I said this is going to be my business, Zuu said I'm your number one customer. Actually, that's a lie, but yeah.
It's because he has
It
a
doesn't
crush on
sound
you.
nice. Oh, he really doesn't. He does not.
Please, Afi, please.
I just like to cause havoc every
Please.
once in a while. Like, imagine if you just come here and nobody is doing something like me. Like, imagine Zuu doing Stay by Plan alone. Like, you people don't even watch.
See, right now,
Or
someone
listen.
will come to me as a woman. Please. Please.
I come to you as a but someone come and DM
Please,
you.
moving on. Moving
Hey,
on.
sis.
Moving on.
Hey, sis, so
So,
I saw
Suad.
that Afi said this. Like, is
Suad.
it true? Why are you trying to run
Welcome.
away from relationships? Do you have a
Welcome.
girlfriend, Zuu?
No, I'm very single.
Guys,
Oh, okay. That's,
Zuu is on the
that's very
market.
nice for you. Is
Yeah,
there
I've said
anyone
it.
out there who thinks
Nobody thinks that.
Hmm.
I'm very sure. I take good care to make sure that nobody thinks there's something going on.
hey, there's some girl watching this and challenge.
her chest is bending?
Guys, this is not why we're here. Well, let me tell you, this is not why we're here. Thank
Sorry,
you for
sorry.
coming to the podcast.
Sorry.
Swad.
Thank
Introduce
you for
yourself
having me. Thank you
for
for
your
having me.
behavior. Introduce
I
yourself.
thought I was going to be introduced, but it's fine.
No.
It's fine. I would have
Introduce yourself.
thought of something captivating to use to attract the people. But hi, my name is Suad, and like Zuu said, I am a sustainable self-care enthusiast. That's how I would describe myself. So yes, it's all about mental health, physical health. So what I do right now is tackle the physical health in terms of skin. So I have these amazing body butters, body oils, hair oils, face oils. Like if you want to look like Zuu
Or like hair.
or like me, I mean, I
Or
don't
like
want to
Afi.
say it. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but yes, all my info I'm sure will be left somewhere.
Yes.
So
We'll
reach me.
post it on our pages. So
And it will
follow
be
us.
in the description as well.
box
Yeah.
as well
The
below.
show notes. So
Just
please check out Lustre Labs.
yes.
Okay, so Swad.
Talk to me.
And I have something to ask you before we even start. So, Zuu said that when we're about to start Stay by Plan, he had some
Back me up.
conversation
Back me up.
with you.
Me.
Me, what I know is that Zuu wanted
me
to do
up.
Stay by Plan with you.
Did I?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, what's the conversation? I want to hear your side of the story. Do you remember this conversation with Zuu? about-
Barely. I feel like he definitely did mention wanting to start a podcast, but it wasn't like, oh, I want to start a podcast with you. It was probably, this is a thing I want to do. And then I think I mentioned that I had also been interested in starting a podcast or YouTube or something. So it was more like us talking about shared ideas, but it was
Yeah.
never a plan
So
to
how did my
have
name
a
come up into the conversation?
podcast.
No, I just told it.
He
I
mentioned
said,
your name actually.
I want to do it
He
with
said
someone.
a personality like you or something of the sort. I
Yeah.
don't
Wow.
really
So you were
remember. Yeah.
profiling your friends and you said, I'm stopping.
No,
No,
here's, let me see what, because me I remember, because you know it was the formative conversation
Serious.
for the podcast. So I'm like, well, I want to start a podcast and I want to do it with a girl. So I was talking to Swad at the time that the idea came into my mind. So I just, ran it by her. I was like, oh, do you have anyone in mind? And she's like, oh, not really. I was like, oh, what about Afi? She's like, yeah, that'll be. And then straight from there, I came to text you. So that's the story. And it'll be. I don't want to swear because YouTube has been demonetizing people for swearing. We went through this 6 episodes ago. So please, drop it. Anyway,
So I'm your number one choice.
No.
Your first choice.
I wish I didn't choose you.
Oh,
Do you really not?
Anyway,
Anyway, back to you.
yeah. So
And your
what happened?
business and
What happened? Then you
everything.
started making like body butters and doing what's going on? Because I know you
As
were
a-
in school
Yes, as a
doing law.
lawyer. Yes, as a
yeah.
lawyer.
I have an LLB.
Congratulations.
So
Thank
how do you
you.
go from
It almost killed me.
LLB?
Right? The lawyers are really going through it.
You're suffering, yeah. How did you go from LLB to doing Inkuto?
LLB to that's Lustre Labs.
Oh my
do you
God.
get it? Like, do you get
Oh
it?
my
Like
God.
Lustre Lab. LLB to
Oh,
LLB.
yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
I'm fine.
So, yeah, how
You
did you
said
go from
something. I can't. I'm going to start
LLB
using
to
it as a
Lustre
testimony.
Labs?
Okay, so how I honestly do not remember exactly how my journey with shea butter started, but it's a thing that was just always there. I mainly used it for my hair when I first went natural, and then as time went on, So the thing about me is I like consistency. I like to pick one thing and stick with it. And it was always kind of hard finding supply of lotion or body butter or something that would work for me and that I could constantly get it. Yeah. So when I started using it for my hair, I guess I just somehow started using it for my skin as well. And then when I was in uni, I always used to get, I know it sounds cliche, but it's facts. Like I always used to get compliments on my skin and people are like, oh, you have really nice skin. What do you use? And then I'll tell them and then I will show them where I buy it from.
Yeah.
Then they were having this event in school and I think there was a call for vendors or something. And I remember I was with my law school friends. We were walking to the gates and then someone just randomly said it. I can't remember who exactly. They were like, it would be so cool if you got a stand, you know, to sell your shea butter because people are always asking you. And I'm like, yeah. And then it slipped out of my mind. I honestly cannot tell you the exact point. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. But I was just like, you know what, why not? I have nothing else. I mean, no, I don't have nothing else to do.
Like
but
nothing on the side.
I have nothing on the side to do. And the number of people that I could recall having directed to where I bought my shea butter from, I'm like, if I could be collecting that money, it would do me
stay by
good.
plan.
So that's how it all just stayed by plan.
So you're collecting the money
So
now.
she's cashing out.
Exactly.
So did you bring her samples?
Of course I did.
Are you sure?
Of course I did.
I don't
believe
what kind of what kind of person would I be
To show up without
to
samples.
show up and show you the results without the actual product?
That's
I can
true.
never
That's
do that.
facts.
So I have a question here. So what was the journey like from, just going through learning how to deal with customers, people will buy your product and say, this is not what I ordered, or the delivery guy is there and the person's not there to pick it up. Like, that type of stress. Like, how has it been for you? Like,
The way you said it, I can't lie, my chest tightened a little because PTSD.
Yeah. Do you still go through it or like it's better now?
So there's always going to be certain issues, stuff like, the dispatch riders.
We have to get a dispatch rider on the podcast because we need to have a candid conversation.
No,
with
actually,
people.
yeah.
So,
That's true.
okay, the journey in general, I would say it's been a really, really good one. Because when I first started, a lot of people were really supportive. Like, a lot of my classmates were always like, yes, we'll buy from you. Like, I always had orders. And thinking back to it right now, I'm like, I wish it was more expensive because the amount of money I could have saved by now, but it's fine. So generally, the issues, I don't really have issues with customers, if I'm being honest. People rarely complain about, oh, this isn't what I ordered, this isn't what I wanted, or any of that. But with regards to something like that, one thing my mom always told me was not all money is good money. So sometimes you can already spot when a person is going to cause you trouble.
Yeah.
And with something like that, there's a very high chance that transaction is not going to go through. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be like, I won't sell to you, but those people where from the jump they are criticizing the
so
price,
this thing was it looks
that.
small.
And it's like,
Why? Hey, are you sure this thing?
and you can already tell that when the person receives the product, they will find an issue with it. So it's just like, sorry, we're out of stock. I can't. So I avoid those kind of issues. The main issue I would say I have right now is probably logistics. In Ghana and outside Ghana, because shipping outside Ghana is crazy expensive, and that's compared to the price of the product. Like, no one is trying to pay $30 shipping for a 30 CD product. Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense.
That's true.
And so there's that, and then the dispatch rider will pick up the order, and I don't know if he's going
Sometimes
to
they
see his
break
girlfriend. I've had that happen before. I mean, they didn't break it, but he rode around so long, he wasn't picking his calls and everything. By the time it got to the girl, it had all melted. It had melted through. It was in a pouch. It had melted through the pouch, through the paper bag, through everything. Obviously, the CEO reimbursed us for the products, but then it was just an inconvenience because there was someone waiting to have those products. It had already been paid for, and I don't like these things. Once someone gives me their money,
quickly want to
give them the thing before it's like, hey, this IG, this
my
account
money
tried to scam
we'll come
me.
and cancel you right now.
But I mean, they were very, the person was nice about it, so I don't really have.
Afi, ask you
My question,
your favorite
yes.
question. Yeah, she has a favorite question.
So, like, we all know that Suad was in school. She was doing law, and we all know that law is very involving. So how did your friends and family take it when all of a sudden now you are doing yourself, Madam Shea Butter, I want to use my free time to be doing orders and doing shea butter. instead of reading my law books so that I will finish law school quickly. So my question is basically, what has your support system been like? Were your family and friends happy about it in the beginning, or there are some people that were like, Charlie, this thing you're doing, dear?
So I would really say I've been very, very lucky to have a very supportive environment to grow in, because from the start, my mom has always liked entrepreneurship. So when I said that, you should have seen the joy on her face. Obviously, she still wanted me to be in law school, but it was like, oh, I knew one of my children would take after me and become a businesswoman. I'm like, calm down. I just want some extra money. You know what I mean? And friends, when I first started, a number of my classmates actually offered and paid for some stuff. It was really I mean, I wouldn't say shocking, but it was unexpected.
Yeah.
Because one of my friends was like, oh, okay, are you getting containers from here? I'll pay for it.
Oh,
and she did. And another one was like, oh, I know a guy who makes stickers. I'll link you to him. And she did. And she paid for it.
Yeah.
So I had a really, really supportive community around in terms of my classmates, my family, my friends. And I feel like it's something that I don't mention enough. And I really, really am grateful for them. Amanda and Divine, if you guys are watching, I love you and I appreciate everything you did. But... So yeah, and generally everyone has been supportive, but you know sometimes
Zuu is hurt, so you just say Zuu.
And Zuu, oh my god,
You are hurt, don't lie. I felt it in your own.
No, how could I forget?
I don't need the plaudits,
No. He definitely does need a shout out, because Zuu takes all my photos. Like anytime I have an idea, he's the one I run it by.
Content creator.
Whenever I want. No, it's true. Whenever like I have a new product I even want to start, I run it by him. Like, how could I forget? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I thought you say you don't want it. You have to say don't mention it, because you say you don't want it.
Okay, don't mention it.
But yeah, generally everyone has been good. But obviously, you know, sometimes you'd expect certain things from some people and you don't, and then it's like. But also those things you can't really take them personal, because it might not always be the person that's been like, you, I won't support you. It's just they are not thinking about you at all. So it's been a very lovely journey.
And then how about with your sourcing of ingredients? Can you share with us briefly? I know it's like obviously like a trade secret, but what is there?
How's that like?
Like, how is it like?
Where do you find?
Like, where
maybe
do you
don't tell us exactly.
Don't tell us where, but you know.
But like, this is like you're walking on the streets and you see some guy selling
shea butter. You're going to add it to yours, or you have like some specific person you are working with. Are you working with local women in some place? And
you get it from the north or from Accra?
Yes.
Hey, from the source.
Oh,
From the
normal.
source.
Yeah, I have a plug. Let me use that word. They operate in the north and in Accra. So they used to bring it from the north, and then I'd have to go and pick it up. But then they opened a branch in Accra, so now it's much easier.
Not to cut you, have you been to the north? Like,
I've been to the north, but not for shea butter related stuff. Just
you
funeral
have to go,
vibes.
You have to go and do the.
Just going to do the from the scratch.
You understand? Like whip it.
Is this something you're thinking about doing, like a trip to the north?
Definitely. I'm definitely interested in going to see how it's made and all of that. I feel like I have a pretty fair idea of it, because it's been in my family for a time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from the north, so it's not. But then I would definitely love to see it in real time and all of that.
And have you been using the shea butter on your skin from time, or like you said, it was just something you embraced more in university?
So I definitely started using it before university. I can't remember exactly when. What I do remember is in high school, I really, really used to suffer when it came to lotions and stuff, because our uniforms were so thick. Like, it was a dress and a pinafore. And the pinafore, it wasn't even like here. It started right from the armpits. So,
hey, which school is that?
Oh, do you want to say it or off?
oh,
off
it's
air?
Galaxy. What are they going to do? Are they going to come and beat me?
No, but please, you people, let the uniform come down.
Oh, no, you see, they have. Now they wear skirts.
Now
When
they
I
wear
left the school, the next year, they changed
What's
it
even a
to
pinafore? What's
skirt.
that? It sounds
It's
so
a dress.
olden days.
You don't know what a pinafore is?
No,
You're lying. What Christ the King used to wear? We used to come to your school.
I forgot some of pinafore.
Oh, you're messing
Let me
around.
Google. I promise.
Just
It sounds
Google it.
tight though. The way you say it.
Hey, and it wasn't
just-
just a normal pin-up. It was thick. Like, they folded the material like 5 times. So by the time you get to school, you're sweating, and then like the sun, and then the lotion.
This dress, no. The overalls dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like lotions would always make me feel really uncomfortable. And then when I did find something that I liked and could use, next time I go to the store, they don't have it again because they weren't like proper retailers.
Yeah, just like
they were
comes,
just selling like. So it was a really big problem for me. So when I started using shea butter for my hair, and then I realized I could use it for my skin, it was like I don't have to deal with all of this. And then as time went on, I started experimenting with oils, seeing ways I could make it better.
And then with how has it been like combining the law with the entrepreneurship? I'm asking this especially because someone sent me a message in my DM that they wanted us to have more conversations about that, like balancing a 9 to 5.
Question 1: do you have a 9 to 5?
I currently
Some styles. Something.
let me
like
just
Let's
answer her
answer
question.
the first one. The first one
Okay,
is just
so
combining.
I don't practice law. I have an LLB, but then when I was done, I've decided that being a lawyer was not for me, or even if it was for me, that wasn't the time. Like there was still a lot I wanted to figure out. So that was one thing out of the way. But from uni, I had national service, and then I got a job. So I was working and doing my business as well. But my job, technically it was a 9 to 5, but I was kind of flexible. I didn't have to be in the office all the time. So it was easier, but it was actually still really tough because I quit the job last year, October, because I realized my business was kind of like, it was still a side thing. It was still an extra thing that I would do when I was done with my main work.
Yeah.
And if I wanted it to get to where I wanted it to get to, I realized I would have to actually dedicate more time and effort to it rather than doing it as a side thing. So I had to take that leap, honestly. I didn't even have only one job. I had like 5 jobs because I was doing digital marketing for some companies. Yeah, so I quit all of them like last year, and this year I would say there's been a very huge difference. I know that that's not very encouraging because the person is trying to figure out how to do both of them. I would say it's more about time management, and that's one thing that I wasn't really good at last year. So I think it could have helped me. But if you know you're not really good at time management,
forget
you
about
need to
it.
stick to one.
Yeah.
And right now, I've actually started an internship again, and I'm doing something that is a lot more, okay, I wouldn't say more intensive than law, but it's also something that requires a lot of focus. But I'm trying to manage my time better because it's not impossible.
Yeah.
And also with the economy right now, you have to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
But it definitely takes a toll. I can't
So
lie.
whoever who does this, I can give you tips.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like you said, that number 1, time management. You have to know what you're doing, when you're doing it, how much time you need to allocate to each of the different things you're doing. Number 2, find help. You can't do everything yourself. And for me, someone like me, I'm sure you guys can relate. A lot of people can relate. It's so hard for me to ask for help, bro. Yeah, I can't ask for help. Like, I'll try and do everything myself. Before, like, if I'm asking you for help, it means like I'm on my last legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't
You're
like
on
to
your
bother
knees.
people. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So yeah, you just have to come out of that habit of not asking people for help.
I can't depend on anyone, so I'll do it all myself.
Yeah, or they'll not do it the way I want it, so
Yeah.
let me just do it
Yeah,
myself.
just do it. Like, get help.
Yeah.
And so I'll say those are the 2 main tips I would give you to manage
And I
multiple
have
things.
something to add.
Mhm.
Well, 2 things. One is be honest with yourself. If you know you can't do 5 things at a time, don't try and force yourself to do 5 things at a time because it will not work out.
Yeah.
And then you will just keep beating yourself up.
Yeah.
It's okay, you're not a machine. Second is take advantage of your privilege. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for having a parent who can hook you up or having friends who are well connected or any of that. Don't try
Yes.
and hustle from the ground up. If
If
there's
they
a
are-
reason
if
your
they are-
parents
yeah.
worked so hard to get to where they are. Use
Yeah.
that advantage.
Yeah.
It will get you, like, you don't always get extra awards for hustling from the ground up. Like, yeah, people will use you as a story and all, but then
Yes,
how would
exactly.
you feel? So take advantage of those opportunities. If you
That's
can
so
get
true.
money from here, this, that, don't feel bad about it. Use it to your advantage. That's everyone in their advantage. Use yours properly.
Yeah, and 100% I agree. And Dr. Dako mentioned this when we had him on the podcast. Networking is everything. If networking wasn't important, your parents wouldn't like struggle to try and get you into like a good school. Or even if you went to like a not so good school for basic, they will tell you that learn hard so you get to a better school in SS, because network is really everything.
Yeah. The right
Yeah.
person, the right interaction can really just change everything for you.
Yeah, and I think one more thing is sacrifice. Like, if you are not ready to sacrifice things, you shouldn't even consider doing both. Because for me, I'm doing the 9 to 5 and then I'm doing the podcast. Right now, I'm tired. I want to sleep. I was blasting Zuu for no reason, and I'm sorry.
Cranky as hell, but it's cool.
But it's because you have the passion for the thing, so you have to sacrifice. You know that, okay, when other people are sleeping, me, I'm going to be doing this. But make sure that there's balance, because you can't let your mental health or your physical health be at a disadvantage because you're trying to do too much. So like Suad said, if 5 things doesn't work for you, just do 2. If 2 doesn't work for you, just do 1. Because once you start to compromise the quality of one over the other, then you have to reconsider whether like that's the direction you should go.
Yeah.
So great talk.
So, I'll ask you about minimalism. Minimalism. A minimal lifestyle. I'll ask you
Minimal
about this.
lifestyle.
I'll ask you about this
Minimalist
shortly.
lifestyle.
But I want to ask you, like, looking at your customer base, how many of them would you say are male or men?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I would
Or
say
like a percentage.
maybe 30 to 25%.
Why are men so ashy? Like, what's going on? Why?
I don't want
Why?
to mention people's
You
names.
tell me.
But that thing annoys me. It really annoys me. Like, why are you ashy? Like, what is the point?
There's nothing irritates me more than ashy feet, because if it's any other part of your body, fine, maybe your clothes were hiding it, but you saw your feet when you were putting it into the shoe and you said it's fine. It's fine.
And the funny thing is like when you use regular lotion, I've realized the ones that are like water based, they dry out really quickly. So for me, if I'm going to use like regular lotion for my body, I'll make sure that I use shea butter for my feet, for my knees, for my hands, for my elbows. And look, we are advertising. Shea butter is literally life. Like, shea butter
it's
is
everything.
is like
Magic,
a healing thing. And
You can cook with it.
you can do everything
your hair,
with it.
your nails, your skin, like
Everything.
Yeah.
And I resonate with what she was saying about like people telling her skin looks nice and everything, like not to be. When I started to use shea butter in university, people literally, wow, now you relating, like, wow, how the tables turn. Anyway, people started saying, oh, what cream do you use? And I literally mixed Vaseline even with the shea butter, the Vaseline aloe vera.
Yeah.
I just mixed it with the shea butter because it
Make
was
it
finishing.
softer.
Yeah.
The aloe vera one was finishing. I didn't want to buy a new one. I had shea butter. So let me just mix it. So I started using it. People were like, hey, your skin is nice. Hey, your skin. And I was like, hey, maybe I better change. And ever
What's
since
going
then,
on?
I use mainly shea butter for my body. Like, I can't live without shea butter. Honestly.
So why do you think like
the
the men are not,
you guys,
they don't want to stay moisturized? What's going on?
you answer the question. Why are you asking
Literally.
her?
I mean, how will I know? Me, I want to be moisturized.
No, but you have friends who are men.
Okay.
So what
true.
is it?
You're right. Okay. So I think it stems from like toxic masculinity, as obviously, people don't want to be like, oh, like it's for girls. Like, but at the same time, bro, the woman's skin, the skin is the same, bro. Like, if you're not doing what she's doing or what they are doing, and you like in the end you grow up, like you see some old men, I'm like, bro, your skin has never seen a drop of lotion before. They just look like sandpaper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like you've
I
seen
feel-
like people like that, right? Like, respectfully, like some taxi drivers.
Okay, so
like
they add respectfully.
People on the streets, like I'm seeing some people, I'm like, bro, just looking
And
at
shea
his
butter
hands.
is not that expensive. So,
It's
like, what is
really
your
not.
excuse?
Yeah.
Nobody's
It's
saying
really
that
not.
go and buy some brand from some American grocery store and use it for
Yeah,
your
Lustre
body.
Labs is there now. You're going to buy affordable skincare.
Like, I understand the economic, situation.
So if someone
Yeah.
wants like 100% shea butter from you, like the coconut, how much is it, for example? Well, plug it now.
It's just 30 CDs.
Just
It's
30
just
cedis.
And it's quite
at the
huge.
Can you
moment,
imagine?
because as you know,
As you know, the dollar
Prices
still
are-
rising.
is right.
prices
So
are
by the
But you
time
see,
this
right now
episode
it's
is out,
still
it'll be 40
30.
CDs.
So stock up while it's still cheap. And that's the
Yeah,
thing. Shea
yeah.
butter lasts ages. So it's not even
Yes,
like,
man,
you
yeah.
have to worry about it expiring.
because
Just
you don't need to use
stock
that
up,
much.
buy like
yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Save it.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay, so your question, I think I honestly I don't know. I don't know why men like to be ashy. I hope you people heal, but
Are the men in your life, like your friends and stuff, are they ashy?
you can never be ashy around me. I'll pull out shea butter right now. No, I literally always have shea butter on me.
Yeah.
And if I'm using shea butter, people generally tend to like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Or I will.
Yeah.
I think this is a very simplified explanation, and it probably just accounts for like a little percent. But you know, a lot of people, it's all about what they can see. So if I don't look ashy or I don't look like I have a skin thing, I'm not going to bother.
Yeah.
So if someone is walking around and maybe their skin is not like dry and white, it's like, oh, well, then I don't need to moisturize. And that usually, when people operate like that, even if they are going to moisturize, it would be maybe the parts of the body that are showing.
Yeah.
So something like what I'm wearing, they would only put it on their hands or their neck or whatever.
Yeah, most people do
And
that.
I guess men tend to wear more, like when they're going to work, long sleeves, ties, and all of that. So the chances of them using shea butter before they, or anything before they get dressed, is very low.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, whether your skin is ashy or not, your skin, like the same way you need to eat to be healthy, your skin
You have to
needs
feed your
things to
skin
stay
daily.
elastic, to stay healthy, to stay
Yeah.
looking good. I think a lot of people, even when they do moisturize, they only moisturize the parts of their body that show. So like maybe just the arms, maybe the legs and neck and all of that. But your whole body needs
to be
moisturized, even if you are not dry and cracking and all of that. The same way you would eat, would.
But Ghana is hot.
Yes, because a lot of
Why
people
will I-
complain that
100%.
like
Yeah.
shea butter is heavy.
And
So
then
when
I'll
they
be
put it on their body, they
sweating,
feel like they feel uncomfortable.
So I think even if you don't use shea butter, find something that works for your skin, because I don't know, you can't say water doesn't taste good, so I'm not going to drink water. Like, it's good for you. You're not just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Because you may not see it now, but as you age, your skin is going to show you everything you've been doing.
Yeah.
It's the same with sunscreen. When we say wear sunscreen,
Sunscreen.
people are like, oh, but my skin is fine. Like, your skin is fine now,
Yeah.
but when you turn 40,
Yeah.
that's when the effects of sun damage start showing. Because if stepping out into the sun for one day was enough to ruin your skin, we wouldn't be able to live here. So it's not necessarily about, oh, but I look okay, but what are you doing to actually preserve the health of your skin?
Yeah.
Because as you get older, your skin loses elasticity, things happen to it.
Yeah.
So you don't just wait until you start seeing the effects of decades of damage before you start buying expensive creams and all of that. Like a
So-
little.
So do you use sunscreen?
I literally have sunscreen in my bag.
Hey, do you use sunscreen?
Sometimes me, I
Never
don't
be
like
caught
the
unfresh.
way most of the ones that I've tried are very like heavy. So just recently that I started to use the black girl sunscreen. But even then,
Does it leave a white
I
cast?
use sunscreen.
no, it
too.
doesn't. That one doesn't.
Okay.
I use sunscreen to mind me.
Okay, which one do you use? It's lying. Yes, which one do you use?
Oh,
Oh, which one do you use?
The white one.
that's why I honestly skin aqua. Skin aqua. That's what
Two
it's
lies, so you people.
called. Skin.
No, I was
It's
going to
called
ask
skin
to
aqua.
ask something important.
Okay,
Don't make
ask
me
it, ask it.
forget. So, shout out to skin goals. Me and skin goals are always fighting. So, you better tread lightly as I ask you this question. You're
Jesus
talking
Christ.
about skin, and we know that the face, people give their face a different
Type
kind
of
of
attention,
attention
yeah.
when it comes to skin. So, me, I've always been pro like minimalist. Like me, I just want to put my shea butter on my face and go. But skin goals, Irama,
So you
she's
should
an
stop that.
Esthetician.
Skin professional.
Yes.
Let's say that.
So she was like, nah, you can't do that. Like, you need to cleanse properly. You need to use a toner. You need to use this. You need to use that. And I was like, look, it's too much for me. And she, at the end of the day, she told me to use like 2 or 3 products. What's your take on face care? Because a lot of people are now buying like crazy
Expensive.
goodness.
And it's like 5 or 6 different products, and it's expensive. You can spend like 1K.
You let them deliver it to you. After you paid your 250 cedis and they'll deliver it to you and the thing will
Like,
come
it's
to me like
small.
this.
So how will I use it? Because it's like in 3 months, all of it's done. I have to spend another
3 months even.
Like the sunscreen too. Sometimes some are so expensive. Then you see a Ramirez video, then they'll
Say
be doing
you
this.
use this
And
much.
you say use this much.
I'll be
you
buying
people.
sunscreen every week.
And then they'll say reapply the sunscreen
Every
2 hours.
2 hours.
I said,
Hey, you
no,
people.
please, you guys, I beg you.
So what's your take on this?
So for something like that, I feel like everyone is different. Everyone's skin is different. And the problem with these the reason these things are happening is because of the internet. You know, everyone, I'll use shea butter for 2 days and then I'll get on the internet and be like, shea butter is a miracle product.
Yeah.
Someone else will use something and get on and be like, someone else will use it won't work for them and they'll be like, never use shea butter, it will ruin your skin.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Yes.
right now there's too much
Going
and
on.
everyone
Definitely.
is, well, I'm a doctor and this is what I say, and then there'll be a doctor who will say the exact opposite. So
yeah.
We
who
are
are we
so
supposed to listen to?
confused.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot of
I think
contradiction.
for these things, again, everyone is different. So you cannot always take something that has been told to you and just run with it. So if you have specific skin issues, then I think you can see a skin specialist and they can tell you what is good for you.
Yeah.
There are people who have used one product, people who have gotten up and used Vaseline on their faces their whole lives. They are older now. You can't tell the difference. They still look good. All
Still
of that. There's
fresh.
people who are using 10,000 products. Their skin is still doing
The most.
it's still doing
Yeah,
bits. So I
everybody's
always tell
different.
people when they come to me and they're like, I have this issue, I have that issue. I'll tell them, I'm not a skin doctor. Like, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you if you use this, everything will go. Like, no.
Yeah.
I know what works for me, and I know this works for a lot of people as well because of the because of the nutrients that are in it. But it might not necessarily work for everyone. So I think if you have a specific issue, even if it's the same as your friend's issue, your skin is not the same. So instead of just, well, I have acne and the doctor said I should use this. If you can, I think you should go and get professional help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And avoid misinformation. I remember when I was
Yeah.
when I was in high school, I had my period with acne. I think everybody's had
You
that
did?
period. Yeah, I had acne.
I never had issues with acne.
Yeah, you're lucky. I had an acne period.
What if when I get pregnant, then my whole face will become
I would
acne?
just laugh.
I know.
Yeah, I would just laugh at you.
But yeah,
So,
I've never
yeah.
had that. Mhm.
I had a period of acne, and then there was this teacher. I don't want to say her name because maybe she listens. You never know.
expose it. You should have said it.
So yeah, you know, if you people who have had acne or have acne will know, like everybody's giving you advice, bro.
Hey, serious.
Everybody has something to
oh.
say.
Yeah.
Like, oh, use this soap. Don't do that. I'm like, bro, me I knew because my parents always telling me that, bro, it's just like puberty and things. When
Yeah, you'll be
you're
fine.
like 15 years old, when you get to like 20, you'll be past this. My, which is, yeah, I'm 20 now, yeah. My teacher, she was a math teacher. So if you know her, you know her. She said, she knows the perfect thing for me. I said, okay, what should I do? She said, don't wash your face for like 2 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, Even at that age, I was like, sorry? Like, huh? She's like, oh yeah, don't wash your face for like 2 weeks. So go, trust me. Happened to my cousin. She stopped washing her face.
Stop
And
that.
everything-
Trust me.
I
Sauce,
promise.
trust me, bro.
Yeah, that's what she said. And I was like, So
Don't wash your face for 2 weeks.
yeah, and like
I
at
think she
that
was
time when
thinking maybe it would
everyone
dry out
as
and
a
fall out
teenager
or-
who is coming to school, you go for break. You
are you about
you shouldn't wash your face for
when I'm
2
starting
weeks.
to get
2 days or
interested
wait,
in
relax.
women and
Did she
things.
say 2 days or 2 weeks?
2 weeks. And she's like, after the 2 weeks, you'll be
14
fine.
days.
Did she hate
14
you?
days.
Were you doing
Were you
doing
doing
well in her
class?
class? She said, I'll teach this boy a
Oh
lesson.
no. I think I was an okay student.
Mad. Yeah.
No, she genuinely, like the way she said it, she genuinely
Yeah,
believed
believe
it.
that that's
Okay, I
gonna
know
work.
everyone's skin is different, but I don't think there's ever a reason to not wash your face
Yeah,
for
so
2
I
weeks,
just
1 week.
I don't know, it
even.
just sounded
One
upset to me.
day.
And
Even
I'm glad
one
I
day.
didn't listen.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't listen. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
there's a
there's
lot
so
of
much advice.
There's so much
misinformation.
misinformation.
Everybody wants to tell you use this.
Everyone swears that the one thing they are coming to tell you
No
is
one
what
can
you've
beat
never
it.
heard before, and that is what will
Yeah.
fix your issue.
And I just want to say something. Like, if you know someone who has acne, I follow Dr. Pimple, but if you don't, you know. Anyway, she said that people who have acne, it doesn't mean that the person is dirty or the person doesn't wash their face. For some weird reason,
yeah.
people think that when someone have acne, it's like, hey, you
You
have
know-
to
you
make
know
sure you
about-
wash your face twice a day. It's sometimes, like you're saying, it can be hormones.
Yeah,
It can be a
Yeah.
reaction to
Yeah.
something,
Normal.
stress, like different things cause acne, puberty.
Yeah.
So please love your acne friends and don't
And
talk
stop
about
asking
their
them.
acne. They
yo,
know they have
something
it.
that people used to ask me all the time,
That's
bro.
the
and I was
thing.
like, what
They
kind
know
of?
they have it.
They'll
don't
be
ask.
like, what's wrong with your face? I'm like, bro, you think I don't see my face in the morning when I wake up? Like, don't ask me that stupid question, bro. What kind of bullshit is that?
Hey, okay, so you've come on top.
Hey,
No, like it's my because they used to annoy me all the time. Oh, my friend.
Now look at you now. Now you are fresh.
Oh yeah, Charlie.
So now you are telling the girls
don't do that again.
all sorts of
Don't do
things.
that again.
This your
Anyway,
home
yeah,
video is
so-
nice. So
So yeah, tell us about minimalism with,
yeah.
with
what's your
self-care.
skincare routine? Tell us, like, from morning to
Me,
evening. What
yeah.
does Suad do?
Specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many times you wash your face a week?
What?
So,
Okay. So My skincare routine. What's my skincare routine? Okay, so I have shea butter, cocoa butter, vitamin C oil. Okay, please, this is what works for me. No one should come and drag me and tell me don't use
Disclaimer.
this, don't use that.
Yeah, don't
This
do
what
what she
works for
does.
me.
Tell us.
Then you tell us your own. Let me tell say my own.
Okay.
The soap is what's the word? Wait, pause.
Oh, your post.
I don't want to say that I use black soap to wash my face because I know people are going to come and start dragging me.
No, if you use it, say it with your chest. Because me, I
Yes,
still
yes.
do it. Even though Skin Goals told me to stop, I still do it.
I saw that video and listen, the way I was triggered, I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut the fuck up.
But yes.
Okay. So yeah, I use black soap to wash my face. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
What?
I know. Crucify me.
Huh.
I can't take it.
They said you shouldn't
Actually,
do
I
that.
can't. Please don't believe me. I can't.
No,
Like
okay.
I literally cannot. I'm
Since
fragile. I'll break right
said it, I
now.
have a confession to make. I use black soap for my face too.
my
Sometimes,
goodness.
not
I
all
love
the
it.
time, but
Yeah.
sometimes.
I mean,
Personally, I don't use black soap because okay, I saw it was from Skin Goals actually. She did a
we all saw that.
the
video.
live.
I don't know what it was, but it was a video, and she's
And
like,
the one that
it
the
dries
things
your
were,
skin
yeah,
out.
it does.
It does.
I do get it.
does.
It does
It
dry.
does dry your
Yes.
skin, and that's why I don't use it for the rest of my body because it's too dry.
It's bro,
But
like,
for my face, it works really well. But
So
I
that's
mean, that's
hair.
what's working for me right
Hair.
now. I'm still exploring options. For my so I use black soap to wash my face. I use cocoa butter. For some reason, shea butter doesn't really do anything on my face. I noticed if I had like a spot or something and I'd use shea butter, I would stay the same. But if I use cocoa butter, I would actually go. So during the day, black soap, cocoa butter, and then sunscreen. At night, wash my face, and then I use vitamin C oil instead because oil can make your skin like more sensitive. Vitamin C can make your skin more sensitive to the sun.
Yeah,
to the sun.
Yeah.
So I use it at night. And then, but for my body, I use shea butter morning, evening, whatever. I actually love moisturizing. It's like it's an activity for me. Like I can't wait to shower so that I can like just.
Yeah.
It's fun. Try it. It's really really fun.
Like cream your whole
and you
body.
and you feel good. Like you feel very fresh. You feel like you can do anything. Like it's one of those things you have to experience.
Afi, what's your skincare
to
routine?
understand.
Okay. So for my skincare routine, when it comes to soap, I'm not so picky. I just like stuff that smells really good. And one of my friends has a product line, and there's a mint black soap. My God. If you just DM me, I'll link you. It's really good. So that's what I like to use because it literally helps me to de-stress. If I'm not using that, it's just any other regular soap. I don't really care. And then I wash my face with a Garnier cleanser. And then I really like Good Molecules. I've been using their products. Have you seen Good Molecules before?
I've seen it before.
Yeah, they are.
I've seen it before.
It gives the low maintenance vibes. Like it's a very simple step. So I use their toner, I use their serums, and I use their moisturizer. And then for my body, I use shea butter, 100%. Or if I'm feeling like the weather is too hot, because sometimes the weather can be very hot and you just don't want your whole body to be like shea butter. I just use regular Vaseline, the lotion-based one, and then I make sure I use the shea butter on the potential ashy victim parts of my body. So yeah, that's basically it. And then sunscreen once in a while. I'll not lie, once in a while.
You need to use it more often.
I know.
Once in a while.
I
But
feel like if you don't use any other products, use sunscreen.
I know, but it's okay. I do it when I can. I
Okay.
try my best.
Okay, so my skincare routine. For me, it's hard to call it a routine because, like 5 years ago, I didn't have. Look, I'll bath and with the black soap, I'll literally bath.
No, I think people will just cancel after because you can't come and do this.
I'm
This
telling
black
you-
soap thing, but you can't come and do this.
Oh no, but you like this, but me, I don't like it. I've learned like so yeah, like 5 years ago, and I used to work at that time, so like I'll literally bath, and I'll not even like moisturize my face or anything, just bath, and I'll go to work. And like yo, at a point like even my beard was like dry, like I was scratching here like.
Look, nothing irritates me more than that when people are doing this and you can hear like can't you hear it yourself and
Like,
you're okay with
Wow, now it's stopped.
Oh yeah, times have changed. Yo, I was ashy, like bro, I was so ashy, and then I don't know, I just started like I was not enjoying.
And it's
being-
always the ashy men that have the most confidence. Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was.
I
really-
cannot lie, it's very
was very
true. And they are the
confident.
ones who always swear, oh, but you don't need to moisturize or anything. As you can see whites on the elbows.
Yo, yes. So
Are
one,
you
I posted
sure?
I posted a snap on my story one day before work, and some girl was like, why is your face so white? I said, oh, Charlie. So that was when I started thinking like, yo, what am I doing? Why am I not You know what's going on. So yeah, now my routine is so like I don't use too much. I use a cleanser. It's from CeraVe.
Hey, you've come on top. Oh.
Yeah, you know. I also was involved with somebody who was very into skincare. So that
Golo.
No, what?
Okay.
Jesus Christ! Don't give me problems. Please.
I'm joking, guys. She's our friend. Like, it's just it's not even I beg you. Hey, what are you trying to say?
No,
Golo
like
is
it's
hot,
like as if I'm in front of you. It's not. It's
why? What's wrong with me? The way people are
You guys are in
fighting
the
for
friend
us
zone.
today,
That's
they
what
are
I'm
here
saying. You guys are
flexing
in the
me.
friend zone. That's all I'm saying.
Will you get?
It's not.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry.
Anyway,
I'm
so
fine
as I
with
was saying, so I use the CeraVe cleanser, and then I use I'm
And what about
one
what
of
do
those
you use
people.
the soap and kasa?
For that's my body.
Yeah.
Oh, it depends.
Anything,
Shower
whatever
gel.
gel is in there.
Yeah, I don't.
You're
I
not
don't
too
do too much for
particular.
those. My face is like the.
So what if it's a
that's
bottle of
the
poison
money
and you
maker.
not check? You just get up and
Oh
use
no,
it.
no, it's not poison. It's not
Oh,
poison.
okay. Yeah, right.
So yeah, and then I use sunscreen, but then so I actually asked Irama because I was like, bro, I can't be using sunscreen and be using moisturizer on top. Like it's
Irama
too
is
much.
the same as Golo.
Yeah, I can't be using all that. She said, oh yeah, so some of the sunscreens can double as a moisturizer. Please, if I've misquoted you, I'm sorry. But
We are all afraid of Golo. She's very strict. But she will help you to get your skin.
So that's what she said. I said, okay, cool. Then I'm just using sunscreen as a moisturizer. So in the morning, cleanser, sunscreen, and then for my body, shea butter.
Yes, we are all on the shea butter team.
Yeah, and I also have like a different.
He uses hair products for his shea butter, right?
Yeah.
He uses my hair oil.
I use hair
That's why
hair oil. Jesus. So yeah,
Hair oil.
hair.
I also have like
oil.
a different thingy for my beard. So I use she has like it's peppermint.
I'll link
oil.
you. I need
rosemary oil.
I need
Yeah.
So
some.
that combination for your hair is like,
I need some for the man in my life.
yeah.
I think you really like it.
I
So
think
yeah, I use the
too.
peppermint oil and I also
Men love-
use
they
argan
love the
oil.
hair oil.
Hey,
They love
listen. I use the peppermint oil and I use argan oil, and then after that I use shea butter for my facial hair.
Sradinam. What does Sradinam mean?
It sounds like
It sounds
it
very
sounds
I
awkward.
saw someone's
like
Twitter username
What does
was
Sradinam
that.
mean, Ellis?
It sounds
Yeah,
familiar. I know I've
Suad,
seen it
yes.
Hey, all
somewhere.
these DB people
shout
in
out
the
to
studio.
Fafa. It's
Who?
Fafa's. It's Fafa.
You guys
right?
know what it means? Oh my gosh.
Oh, let me land. Oh, what's this? Yeah, so sunscreen. And then in the evening, again, the same cleanser and then just cocoa butter for moisturizer. And then I sleep.
Yeah,
So,
cocoa
yeah.
butter too is the
Facts. Cocoa
I've come-
butter is
I've come
really.
it
from
also
far.
has stains.
I've come from
It
far
has
because, bro, I
things.
used to just bath and go. Wash and go.
Wash and wear.
Then I'm going. So yeah, tell us
More
about
about-
your minimalist self-care. What's that? What's the meaning of that?
And then please let us know the kind of products you have. Like, what kind of stuff do you actually? We've not even spoken about Lustre Labs properly. Like,
what can
what
we
do
buy
you
from
have?
Lustre Labs?
What exactly is the question?
Like
Yeah, two
what's
questions,
that? What's minimalist self-care? What's the difference between minimalist self-care and the normal people their self-care? The Yawa people like our self-care. What's the
Okay, so I would say a minimalist lifestyle in general is just not I don't know what the word is, just not having more than you need. Like, in this age of misinformation and everyone is a skincare guru and a lifestyle guru, it's become a thing where when we want to, quote, practice self-care, the go-to is to have like a bunch of products just so that we can feel we're doing something. But then the whole point of self-care is to care for yourself. So if you are doing too much and then in turn hurting yourself, it's cost 90.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people probably do not need most of the products they are using, but then it's just buying into the trend or just it looks nice. It looks
Yeah.
nice to feel like, okay, I'm using this, I'm using that, I'm using that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you don't need it, not only are you wasting your money, but you're also stressing your skin, because if you don't need it and then you force your skin to need it, when you stop using it, then it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And you don't want to
Fact.
fall into that trap. So it's basically just about not having more than you need. Because, again, why? Why
And
do you
then
have
you're
more
also
than you
hurting
need?
the environment.
You're also hurting
Yes.
the environment. You're
Yes.
hurting your pockets, your skin, the environment. I feel like those are 3 good reasons to just sit back and then look at all the products you have. Not even with skincare. Generally, everything that you say is making you feel better. Just look at all of them and be like, is this really necessary? Is this helping me, or is it just so I can feel?
I'm sorry, the perfumes I have there, I'm not going to stop.
How many perfumes do you have?
How many times can you smell like something?
I work at Ghana.
What? What the hell?
And perfume, everything you're putting on your skin is going into your body as well.
Yes.
So you also probably don't want to just be randomly spraying a bunch of chemicals on you all the time. Chemicals are not bad, they're not wrong. Like, I'm not saying that at all. I love perfumes. But then if every day you have a different concoction that you're just spraying into yourself, I don't know. That just does not sound very healthy.
So for me, I spray according to my mood. So like I have to. So if I come here smelling like pepper, you know that I'm angry. No, but like on a more serious too, like I have different fragrances. Some of them have like woody tones.
How many do you have?
I don't know.
That's
That's not a lot.
fair.
It won't reach 15. It won't reach 15.
How many do you have?
I use perfume oils.
Yeah, me too. But how many different ones?
Like 2.
I have like 4. And yeah, like you said, no mood. Like,
Yeah, just like
I'm
based
feeling
on-
very...
it depends on who I'm going to see.
Nah, let me not fall. You see, this is how
Don't
people
follow
fall
me.
into. This is how
Don't
they
follow
fall
me, I
into
didn't say-
peer
No,
pressure.
but you smell fine. Like, we like you like this. You don't have to
Don't
be
follow
too much.
me.
I know, but you see, that's the thing. It looks nice. It looks nice having a bunch of stuff because it's like, how am
But
I
it's not
feeling
necessary,
today?
yes.
Yeah.
It's not necessary, and also I'm someone
So
who
that's
doesn't
why I
really
don't
like.
like.
Yeah. When
That
they
is
finish, don't replace it.
Not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No, okay,
Yeah.
just don't throw it away. But when you are done,
Yeah.
maybe just be a little more conscious next time you're buying.
Yeah.
Even if you want to have more than one, even if you
Yeah,
want to
so-
have like 5, just pick your 5 favorites.
So what I did, for example, was like I was trying to get a new like bunch of perfumes, but instead of getting like big perfumes, I got like the travel kits. You know, like sometimes there's a travel kit and
yeah.
they're like different smells,
Different
but it's like
tiny
tiny bottles. Yeah.
samples.
So I got that and I was like, this isn't bad. Like instead of buying so many different perfumes all the time, I can buy like the travel kit ones every once in a while from like the brands I really like, and
That's
then
a vibe. That's a
not
vibe.
have too much perfume in my room because the little ones, it goes a long way, and
And they are portable.
and it prevents you from using too much. Because when I have the big one, I will really spray. But now I just have to use just a
Second
little.
bath.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have one that I use if I'm going to see if I'm going for a meeting. I have one.
Zuu is airwell, so be very dangerous.
If I have,
Where
if
did
I'm
you buy
going
it
to
from?
see,
Anyako.
no.
If Zuu comes
I have a
around
plug.
you and you hug him and then suddenly you're feeling a little,
Then you know what's popping. Yeah.
and you know which one he's using.
Yeah. But I also I feel like based on your description of a minimalist, that's what I am. But it's because I don't have money. It's not because
You people. The episode is almost over. I was coming to clap for Zuu. That Zuu didn't relate. When
no,
he
but
said
I've
about
related, but not really. Like I feel like if I had money, I'll buy more things.
No,
But
you see,
Minisika,
this is another way to look at it. Don't tell yourself you're broke. Tell yourself you're minimalist, so you not feel bad. So when someone is like, "Oh, don't you want to?" This like, "Oh no, I don't.
because
I'm a
yeah, I would also
minimalist. I
like to
don't
have.
do that."
I would also like to have. You know, like people have
multiple perfumes.
multiple. No, I don't. I'm not even that.
Multiple.
It's like ordinary. The skincare is called ordinary,
The ordinary.
and then they have like the whole range. I want some. Yeah.
Do you really want it?
Yeah, give it back for me.
Oh no, I have a
It looks-
substitute for you.
It looks very.
Yeah,
I have a
um,
substitute
I like
for
cool.
you.
Because they've written like 5%, sometimes
Yeah, it
some
looks
big
scary.
percent. It looks scary.
Yeah.
Like it's something
like,
that I feel like.
chemicals,
Yeah,
but
something
I
I feel like if Golo says buy this, for example, or a skin specialist says buy this, then buy it. I don't see it like an OTC
Yeah,
brand.
because
And maybe
you
it
know you
is.
need to. You can't just be like, "Oh, okay, 5% ascorbic acid. Give me that."
Yeah,
Because
some of
that
them,
what
they've
is
written
ascorbic
2, 3,
acid?
4, 5%. Like how
Yeah.
do you know which one to pick?
Yeah.
Go and do consultation,
And that's the
whatever they tell you to
danger
do, buy it for you.
With just following advice on the internet, because these are real chemicals.
Yes.
That you're putting on your face because Amma said so.
So
Yeah.
it means that then we need to go natural. We need to use
No, that's
natural.
not what we
It's
are
an
saying.
alternative.
Oh my god,
though.
it's a segue. Relax. And on that note, please tell us about your natural skincare line, Lustre Labs. You are destroying everything. What's wrong with you? Tell us.
So I have y'all good.
Yeah, don't worry, we are fine.
Okay,
She's
so
fine.
my line is, it's a very it's currently a very short line. I have body butters, I have shea butter, cocoa butter, or if you're feeling fancy, a mix between the two of them. And I have body oils, different scents for different moods, like you said. So, you know, if you're feeling like a baby girl.
She has this rose oil, it has like roses inside
It
the
has
oil.
dry,
I wanted to open it and smell.
organic roses. And
Crazy,
then-
Looks very
crazy.
nice.
Yeah.
So,
So I
yeah.
have body oils, I have hair oil, I have vitamin C oil. If we had more time, I would actually give you an intro into I would actually give you the backstory into how I created the vitamin C oil. It was
No,
because I
say it.
wanted
We don't have time.
Let's just say you can cut all the other unnecessary
No.
things you said.
It's about to die. We don't have time.
It doesn't matter. Please continue.
No, don't listen. Look, I'm the one who edited. She want me telling me few things in my
Continue,
WhatsApp.
continue. Let her continue what she's saying. I'm saying.
Don't-
Like, she should
don't
let
say
her
that.
continue.
Yeah, don't
it's
say
it's
that.
a
She
very
give her
it's a
some
very
review.
I
brief.
do it after. No, this girl, she talks a lot. Respectfully.
I do be talking on that.
But you go on.
Wait, so what am I going on with?
So this is how
Tell us about
so
Lustre
tell us
Labs.
your vitamin C story. Just say it's short, briefly.
Okay,
Let's
so
just say it.
there was this popular brand that was previously mentioned, and I had some dark spots that were refusing to go away. So I wanted to try that product because you know everyone was talking about how great it was. So I asked my sister to buy it for me, but then she changed her return dates to Ghana, so I was going to have to wait like 2 more months, and I'm like, I'm not walking around with these dark spots for 2 months. So then I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And I knew vitamin C oils were good for dark spots and all. So I tested it out, did something, and I was using it myself. So when my sister finally came and she brought the thing, I'm like, I don't know, this is working really well. So I did try it, but then it might have worked, but then it felt weird on my face.
As
And
compared
because
to-
I had already started this, I just decided to stick to it.
So all the stuff that you have on your all your products have been tried and tested by you.
I use them, and then when I feel confident enough, then I push them out there, because I was hesitant to sell that because it's vitamin C oil and
Yeah.
it works for me. I don't want anyone to come and tell me
Yeah.
anything.
Where's vitamin C oil from? Where did you get it from?
Don't ask her any questions. She said she shouldn't. She shouldn't.
Orange.
Please. Anyway, so where can we find? I'm serious. I'm not allowing you to ask about the vitamin C because you don't cut it. Let everybody know. So where can we find your products?
So I have a website, lustrelabs.co. It will be linked down below. We're on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can find us all across.
Okay, and if people want to, do you have a specific place, pickup points? If people don't want to do delivery, or it's 100% delivery?
It's 100% delivery
You
right
just
now.
give it house address.
Oh no, I'm just saying so that nobody will come and stress here. So please, it's
Yes.
delivery.
Delivery
But
only,
all the
yeah.
information is out there. There's numbers, emails. You can send DMs. Like whatever question you have, feel free. I'm not going to
Yeah.
And your price range from as low as to as high as.
price
no.
range.
Prices
or
are changing
for-
too often nowadays.
Anyway, true.
So don't say it's affordable.
something.
It's affordable.
So you know
But
what?
on average, because people have to stay by plan.
It's affordable.
Okay.
On average, I would say like 50 cedis.
Yeah, so with 50 cedis, you can get something from Lustre Labs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
You
cool.
can get a lot.
Which is affordable.
Can you imagine 50 cedis in this economy? That's
Yeah.
like what?
Bro,
oh,
that's only
Maybe by the time this
five-
episode is out, to be 60 cedis.
$5.
hey, you didn't lie.
Oh, it's just $5.
No, you know what?
Okay,
Scratch
can
that.
get
I
it.
think the average is 100.
I
was saying the five.
yeah, they'll be happy. They'll come and buy all your
Oh,
products.
that's crazy. I was saying the $5
But-
and it sounded wrong to me. Damn. Anyway, so time is money and we have run out of time. Hey, bro, today, yo,
But this
that
one
was
is
Are you
fire.
okay?
That was fire, bro. Anyway, so yeah, time is money and we have run out of time, unfortunately. So let's, get towards the end. We're about to do what we like to do. We call it rapid fire. Actually, I only
rapid
have
fire.
one in mind.
Yeah, so
But
just only one.
What?
Only one. Rapid
One
fire.
word.
Rapid fire. So he's
I
going
will
to ask
say
you.
something and you, or like some people call it a lightning round.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to make me rap. I was so scared.
Can you rap?
No, I can't.
Oh, that's sad. I can. Anyway, please, I'm lying.
Okay,
I just said
lightning
figure out for
round.
you.
Let's go.
Anyway, so I'll just say one or two things, and then the first thing that comes to mind. It could be I will say a sentence or a word. If you want to say a paragraph, a quick paragraph, you can say that.
He added quick because he said you talk too much.
I was going to say essay,
So-
but this girl, she will take it literally.
Wait. So not just a word, like an actual
If
No,
I
anything.
say podcast, what would you say? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Zoom.
Hey, I
I'll
told
take
you
it.
that they like
I'll
themselves.
take
You
it.
don't say stay by plan.
I'll take Zoo, actually. I'll take it.
These are the first things to come to mind.
Yeah, but that
I'm
is
sitting
great.
right
Perfect.
here.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. That's how to do rapid fire. So
Okay, so one. The two of them are unrelated. One, where's self-care advice?
Believe men.
Hey,
What?
wait. This camera is working, right? Both of them are about to die. Okay.
What? Okay, cool. I mean, that's your first thoughts. Like, okay, then on that note, your second, and this was actually my second word, men. It's the first thing that comes to mind.
There's so much because in fact I don't. Oh God. PTSD.
Hey, that's similar.
You
Okay,
see, the words weren't even coming because
don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll meet great men soon.
no. Let's redo.
No.
I feel bad.
No,
I
don't
feel
feel bad.
bad for the men.
Don't
Don't
feel
feel
bad.
bad
We have
for
to
the
put her and Joey B in the studio together to
It's
chop
true.
things up. Because that guy said he forgot he had a girlfriend.
Yeah,
And so she came to break up with him. He said, "Oh, I had a girlfriend."
yeah.
And Zuu was laughing. You were
It
laughing.
was
It was
funny.
funny.
It was funny.
It was
You
funny.
thought
Why was it
haha.
funny?
Anyway, so guys, tell us before we leave. Tell us who would you like to hear on Stay by Plan?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
The person she wants to hear is here. That's why she's
Like
suffering.
I don't do well
Hey,
with.
what are you saying? Oh? You have to be careful there. Oh.
Who would I like to see on Stay by Plan? Can I check my phone?
No, off the top of my head.
Okay. So I have this really talented designer friend. She's unfortunately not around by the time, but she's very
Like international babe.
I like international.
international
Her work is international.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
portfolio is very. She's called Araba Holson.
Shout out to Araba.
She's a UI UX designer.
Yeah.
She's an event manager.
She's so cool.
she's a multifaceted babe.
Rasbingi.
Fun fact, she did my logo for Rabdabo. You know that, right?
Yeah, Rasbingi. Yeah. Top babe. Alright,
Yeah.
come on.
Rap
Stay
top,
by Plan.
Top
my
way.
clothing
She's
brand.
probably behind like a lot of the flyers that you see, and you're like, oh, this party flyer is really nice.
Yeah,
It's probably
she's
her.
okay. Yeah, so Araba, come on, Stay by Plan. And then
Yeah.
please ask the last time before you fight me. Then I'm asking everything
I've forgotten. Okay, what song have you been listening to?
that you want
Song.
people to
Yeah.
that you want people to listen to. I like your taste in music, so make me proud.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll sack you. I will not release the episode.
There's this song. It's nice, but it's very triggering.
Hey.
It's called Side Piece. When I listen to it, my chest hurts.
Oh, you've been a side piece before.
Oh no, please.
Are you sure? How do you know? You never know.
If I have been chucked
Hey.
into the game.
I think
But
we brought you here for the wrong thing. We should have spoken about men,
For real, man.
and nothing
For real.
about
Well,
Shea
honestly, at this point, I have nothing to say about men. You people keep doing whatever it is you are doing. I've removed myself from the equation.
So
Has
Like
left the chat.
I've left the chat.
Well,
So
I wish-
all the best to you
Who's
men
side
and
piece?
men
Who
handlers.
sang side or rap side piece?
I think he's called Projects or
Okay.
something.
Okay, we'll
I
find it.
don't
We'll find
really.
it.
And check out our playlist on
Spotify.
Spotify.
Yes, just search for Stay by Plan outros. And unfortunately, we have come to
We're
the
having
end.
so much fun.
Yeah,
Like, you
don't
have
worry. The
no idea.
conversation,
I was so
the
cranky, but
conversation will
like,
continue after. You guys are not invited because we are turning off the cameras and the microphones. But yeah,
Serious.
if you want exclusive content, let us know. Then we'll open a what's it called, Patreon.
Patreon. Yeah, give us money.
Because now and then, even if you pay $3, we're going to get 30 CDs. Who knows? Maybe it will be 60 CDs by December. The way this economy is going. So
Oh, Charlie.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you for
Thank you
coming.
so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We'll put your details in the show notes and in the description. And also, like, once again, follow us on @StayByPlanPod.
yeah,
Buy our merch.
please.
Bye there.
No, we're not
Judith.
begging. We are ordering you. Buy it.
Buy it. Yeah, we want to. Like, I want to go. Hey,
Do some for last time. Do some for last time.
And buy
buy
Lustre
Lustre Labs
Labs.
too. Yeah, like I want to go in town and I'll be seeing the, like Stay by Plan stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, buy the stuff. So yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
This has been great. Yes.
My
And long.
pleasure.
Okay.
Very long. Oh my goodness.
I think it's 1 hour.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Stay by Plan.
This episode was recorded, produced, and edited by There Is No Studio.
Yes, that's the name. There's no studio. And thank you to the team, Nikita, Nams Photography, and Elizato.
Elizato. And the opening song was produced by Lil Kwaw.